What is going on, beautiful people? If you're joining us, that means you are a supporter of Black Wall Street, the board game Masterpiece Edition. We definitely appreciate you. And as usual, the Masterpiece Edition would not be the work of art that it is without the amazing artists that have contributed, including my man right here. We had a good IG live, maybe like 2 weeks ago. But we got Crutison back on the scene. How you doing? How you living this morning, afternoon?
I'm doing good. I woke up wanting to paint, and that's kind of what I've been doing all day today is painting. I have a commission I'm working on.
Nice, nice. And feel like if you want to show off any works in progress, I mean that we're here for it. I know I like to see
Oh,
them to the people. Hey,
I'll
this
show
this
you a
you.
couple, or the one I've been working on.
This you. Go ahead. Y'all getting an insider look right here. Uh, there it is. And what's the
Yeah.
concept behind that one?
Um, a friend wants to buy this painting, and we've been friends ever since we were in high school. And she said, I want to buy a painting from you, and I want you to kind of like, go off of our friendship, and show me something, creative. And I was like, all right. And her name is, she's a native, and her name is Morningstar Bullet. And
Um,
I thought about making this like crazy concept of like a, scary zombie, idea where there's like zombies and it's in the morning and they're like trying to run away from the zombies and they're shooting bullets and stuff. I'm trying to like mix her name into like my whole concept.
right. There it is. Morningstar Bullet. Appreciate you for being an inspiration for Brother Crutisson this morning. So I mean, you kind of already hopped into it, but the fact that you wake up just wanting to paint, I find dope and very, very artistic, very, very you. But can you talk a little bit about what maybe generally inspires you to create art?
I don't know. It's more of like a drive for me. I just like I want to like express myself and show just creativity and the whole spectrum. I think of like weird things. I'll have like the radio off in my car and I'm sitting there and I'm like making up like jingles and stuff all by myself. Just like I feel like a crazy person at times and I'm like I
Hmm.
just want people that craziness because it's like fun and creative and especially being like black, just representation,
Hmm.
you when I want to color something or like describe a figure or something, I want it to be like representing like me and my people and people I love and appreciate,
Oh yeah.
And so I think there needs to be more of that. Nothing about like, uh, just more about like just being creative, basically.
Yeah. So very, very random, but you said, you like to drive in the car, sit in the car, radio off. Why do you like to do that?
Because I'm like a wild thinker sometimes and I'll like speak out, and I'll have
Mhm.
like ideas and I don't know, I'll just say it out loud and I'll like record myself, saying all this stuff and then I'll go
Mhm.
back to it like, all right, what am I going to do with this? How I'm going to use this genius.
Yeah. So I asked because literally I do the same thing whenever I drive like long distances. Like I'm driving for hours, no radio, no music, because I just want to be able to think. I want to be able to talk, like whatever it is. I want to have my own thoughts and not the thoughts of the radio. And literally, like I feel like 80% of the people that I talk to, they're like, "That's weird." I'm just like,
No,
"Well, I guess I'm weird." So you're the first one that I've talked to where it's like, "Yeah, that's what I do because of the mind, because of the genius." So thank you.
yeah, I think it's healthy too, just to
Right.
like have conversations with yourself and figuring something out.
Agreed, 100%. But I'll get back on track. That was a little random, but I appreciate the affirmation. The piece that you contributed to the masterpiece edition is called Bodiless, and we're going to show it on the screen in a second. But can you kind of walk through the motivation and the meaning behind Bodiless?
Um, I think like all of this like happened at like a really good time because like right here in like Tulsa, like it seems like everyone is like talking about the Tulsa Race Massacre, and they're like bringing up all this information about it, and everyone's supporting it, artists and everything. There's all kinds of projects coming out, And that just like inspired me too, just because like I wanted to give like a sheer emotion of like and an abstract view of like how you could feel, you know, when you've given everything you feel like to this like country, you know, shit, you know, and then just like dismissed, like you're not, you know, anything at that point. That's like how you could feel, you know. And Bodiless was like the like deepest way I could think of that, and I wanted to like describe, you know, just feeling like you've been torn to pieces, limb from limb, you know,
Mm.
given everything and have nothing in return but like all your limbs all over the room.
Right. And is there any type of meaning with the head, right? The head, the brain being the last thing left. Is there any meaning behind that?
That's just like, you know, when you look at that's like the best way to describe, you know, the human figure, you know, us as a person, you know, you recognize a person, a people by their faces, you know. And so that's just like, you know, here I am right here. You can't look away from this, the head, you know. It's easier to look like, I mean, it's not like, you know, if you've seen like a, you know, torn off leg somewhere, you'd be like, oh my gosh, that's a leg, that's crazy. But if you seen a head, it would like freak you out. You're like,
Yeah,
whoa.
yes, it would. Mm. Um, Other places your art is either actively, you know, your art is already in the walls, other places, or places that you're hoping within the next year, 2 years, your art can be featured.
I've been in a couple of galleries here, like Living Arts. I had a painting there, and I
Mm.
had a painting at TAC, which is Tulsa Art Coalition, with a couple other artists. We had like a group show,
Dope.
and it was pretty cool. And I'm trying to keep on doing that, showing art in galleries and stuff. You know, gain, you know, recognition. You know, here in Tulsa.
Hmm.
And you know, but we've been doing all kinds of stuff. I make like little incense holders with like smoke that comes out of them and all kinds of weird stuff,
I
and we
need
put them.
those. Yes, that I remember you told me that on the IG live. Is that on your website?
That's another thing I need to work on, is like making a website and investing in, you know, myself.
Wherever I can buy one of those, let me know. You can, you know, email me the link, text me the link. But yeah, I want one of those.
For sure. Thanks for the support.
Oh yeah, 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 of course. I feel like I haven't, and maybe I haven't looked that hard, but you're the first one to like to say say that concept, and in my head it looks really cool. So I won't what. But I might have interrupted you. My apologies. But other kind of projects you're working on or places you want your art to be featured?
I would like to, honestly, my goal in like life, you know, is to like have my own gallery and help a lot of like younger artists that, you know, feel like it's hard to get, you know, represented here in town, you know, just at all, and
Mm.
give them, you know, somewhere and easy access, you know, help artists get, you know, recognized,
Love that.
because I know how hard it was for me, and
Mm.
just even go in one gallery. So it's like, you know, I want to like invest and help, you know, the ways that I can, because I'm like obsessed with the creating.
That's dope. So I definitely see that you want to be, you know, a mentor, an art leader for the folks that are coming up behind you. Was there anybody or people that you look to as your art mentor that helped you get to where you are today?
Oh, for sure. I became really good friends with my high school art teacher.
Mhm.
And it's like class like every year I could, you know, even if I didn't need art, I was like, hey, I'm gonna take this class. We
Mhm.
became really good friends even after I like graduated, and he would let me go in his studio and work with him, and you know, critique my work and help me, you know, learn a little bit more about, you know, my craft, and you know, get more mature and educated in it, you know. And I really respect him for that, because you know, I've gone a long way because of it, you know.
Big up. Shout out to all the art teachers out there changing lives, right? Teachers are very important. Y'all should definitely be, you know, paid more. But what y'all do, hopefully the like seeing the fruit from your labor from Crutison to all the other amazing artists and just people out there who have teachers to thank. Hopefully that's a little bit of, you know, extra value, extra payment for you. All right. But if you're just tuning in, we got Crutison here, amazing artist who is inspired by his perception of life, commissioned for the masterpiece edition of Black Wall Street, the board game. Before we have you get out of here, Crutison, can you please let folks know why art to you is important, right? Why art in general is important, but maybe specifically the art that you create off of, your perception as a Black man and reflecting on kind of Black life. Why is that type of art important?
I think art is important in all forms and fashion because of it gives people a voice, and it educates people, and that's just why it's important. Everyone can educate someone on something, and help them understand in a visual aspect by speaking to them through words in a book,
Mm.
being creative in any kind of way, and putting down points for people to understand this person's point of view to change the world.
Fire to change the world. Yes, sir. Love it. So, much love. Thank you for being a part of the Masterpiece Coalition, and looking forward to seeing your gallery someday soon. It's for sure going to happen. Let's all manifest that. But any last parting words you want to give to potential artists out there or people that are listening and watching?
If you're an artist, never give up, and don't be scared to represent what you believe in. That's all I say. Keep creating. Don't ever give up.
Love it. Mic drop right there. Peace, y'all. Thanks for tuning in.